we
Hey,
go.
there we go.
Here we are blaming on Facebook.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you checked that. We had like started our live and then realized that we weren't actually live.
There we go. I was on YouTube by accident.
There
Hi,
we go.
everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. We had started our live and then realized we weren't live. Okay. Welcome. So if you are watching with us this morning, drop a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. We always like to see where our audience is from. Today, we're covering the topic of taking one Google Sheet and transforming it into 10 other products. I know you guys are really excited about this one. It ties into last week's topic of rebranding PLR. We showed our process of how we use a spreadsheet to rebrand, like say Canva templates really quickly. So we wanted to tie in with that because you guys had lots of questions and lots of comments on that. So today is looking at Google Sheets and transforming that. If we haven't met before, my name's Melinda and this is Andrea, and we run Spreadsheetables, where we teach others to create and monetize Google Sheets. So this is Spreadsheetables is really great for digital product sellers, coaches, course creators, anyone that's looking to bring value to their audience, looking to grab more leads, looking to sell digital products. Any of those topics is what we help you with, because we think Google Sheets is super valuable and it's easy with Google Sheets to provide that value to your audience. So if you're ever looking for the replays, check us out on YouTube or our Facebook group, Passive Income with Google Sheets. You can find us at spreadsheetables.com/FB group is where the Facebook group is. Okay, so today's free tip sheet, I'll put it up for you guys to see, is at spreadsheetables.com/081224. So we always give you a little tip sheet every Monday when we go live, so you can check that out. And I guess we can get into the topic today. So where do I start? Okay, so we talked about rebranding templates last week, and it was more focused on, we had a Google Sheet that templates and other templates, but it wasn't necessarily Google Sheets itself. We were using Google Sheets as a tool to help us. But this week is actually looking at Google Sheets and transforming them into multiple products. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, if you're into selling digital products, or even if you're a coach or a course creator, we're always having to come up with new products, new offers. The more offers and products that you can offer your audience, the more chance for sales, more revenue, and that sort of thing. And even if you're just beginning and you're not making sales, it's a way for you to be testing. You always should be testing new products, new offers. Some things aren't going to work and some things are. So being able to have that skill set of taking something and transforming it into multiple things is going to allow you to really move forward in having lots of products and lots of offers to have. And doing that quickly is good too, because obviously with a business, there's a lot to run in your back end and you want to be able to put out products and offers quickly. So that is kind of the purpose of being able to do that. The spreadsheet that we're going to use today is what our VIPs have access to, is a YouTube analytics spreadsheet. And the purpose of that spreadsheet is to be able to pop in your URL links for those, and it's automatically going to go into YouTube and grab all the information you want from that. So maybe it's your title, it's your views. What else does it have? The duration of the video. There's all sorts of information just by putting that one URL in. It extracts all the information from your YouTube video. Before we even launched it to VIPs, we were using it not just for analytics, but also we wanted an embed code into our membership. So when you see our membership videos, we specifically, Andrea, I think it was because it like rounds the corners, right? And
it gives like the specific size to adjust.
Yeah. So she wanted the YouTube video to show up in a very specific way. So we have an embed code that automatically is generated based on the URL that we input. So that's how that spreadsheet had started. But then we thought, okay, let's offer our VIPs this to be able to track their analytics for their YouTube channel. All it needs is the URL link, and then it gives you all the information. So a couple weeks ago, I had thought, okay, I kind of want like a list of my favorite fitness videos. I guess I don't know if I don't save a lot of videos and things. I kind of wanted it on a spreadsheet of my favorite fitness videos. And then I wanted to be able to rank the videos that I liked and make notes like, oh, this one was too hard. This one was too easy. And so I had taken actually the spreadsheet that we have and flipped it into like this fitness YouTube playlist that I had wanted specifically. And so from that idea, I thought, well, let's like talk about that whole topic today on taking that YouTube spreadsheet and flipping it into all sorts of different products. It doesn't have to be for fitness. It could be for all sorts of different niches. One little disclaimer before we dive in and before we show you those spreadsheets. With this spreadsheet, the titles and the thumbnail and all that stuff will pop up and occasionally it disappears. And so we had Hash have a look at it, and he had just commented that, yeah, it's something with like extracting the information from the video that it might disappear. For us, it's never been really a problem for our spreadsheet. We use it internally. But I used this spreadsheet today as a base because I thought it was kind of fun to show you how it originally was set up and how it could be set up differently. And then if you're providing it to people, how we can just take that information and make sure it's like secure and stays there before we hand it off to somebody. So that's what we thought we would do today. I'm going to share my screen. Man, I'm so glad you caught that before we did this whole live. And
could you imagine? It wasn't even recording.
Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm going to grab the YouTube video or YouTube spreadsheet from VIPs. This is different from the membership portal. This is the vault that has all the topics or all the spreadsheets. Oh, do we want to tell them about these now that they're up on the screen? Just a little surprise. I don't know if we were surprised. These are new in the membership, guys. These are Canva templates. There's going to be all sorts of different themes and topics in there that you can take and rebrand for yourself. We had questions about why we would venture into that. You know, we're the spreadsheet people, the Google Sheets. Why are we going into Canva templates? Is it going to distract from what we're doing? So the answer is no, it's not a distraction. We're still pumping out, you know, the Google Sheets every week that we have coming out. The reason we've done this, and I think a lot of the reasons we do things in the membership is because we need something in our own business. And if we need it, you guys probably need it too. So all of our products are Google Sheets. And obviously we're wanting to attract new members and convert new members. And we decided that we actually need more lead magnets that aren't necessarily the Google Sheet. We may want to sell the Google Sheet on the back end, like as an upsell or a bump. And to do that, we want a workbook that's related to that topic. So that's where this has all started from, that we need, we need some workbooks and things. And so we thought, well, you guys probably want to do the same. Not only is it a great way to have like a lead magnet, but you can also take these and pair it with a spreadsheet. So I know there's a lot of coaches out there or course creators that are using spreadsheets, but you probably want to pair a workbook with it. You might have a video, the spreadsheet, and then the workbook, because some people are visual, like they want to read through and understand something. So that's a great match to pair that, and it increases the value of those. I love the addition of those. Great. That's awesome. I'm going to show you just really quickly some of the mock-ups that we've made. And now don't just, you don't have to get stuck on the themes that are here. So travel writing journal prompts, this would go great with, we already have a journal or a travel planning spreadsheet in the vault. So this would be a great pair in. You could pair those two together, or you could use it as a lead magnet. There's a few vacation ones at the moment, But you don't have to get caught up with this theme. Like you can honestly, if you're a coach and it's like something business related, you can easily take this, change the wording, change the clip art, and then you have a totally different workbook. This one's like a cleaning routine type. So really easy to switch these to anything that you might want. Okay, so back to the vault. Okay, we want the YouTube. So I'm going to go up to the search here and just type in YouTube. And so there's this YouTube analytics one. So PLR 0155, that's the one we're using. Internet's okay. Maybe it's not. Okay, there we go. For you. I'm going to close that out because I already have one open here. I'm going to close this out. I have to preserve all my power. Okay, so this is the original one, the YouTube video analytics. I should actually show them what ours looks like. This is what ours looks like. Code that we're needing from these videos. This is the YouTube link column here. So all we're doing is putting that in place, and all of this populates for us, all this information. And then we've added extra columns for, you know, visibility, what type it is, and the date. The one that's in the vault, this is like the standard template. So you can flip it into something that looks like ours, or you can change it into, you know, hundreds of different products if you wanted. The next thing I'll show you. So what I did was I took this template and just like for me personal use, but then I think we put it in the vault. It should be in there, this YouTube fitness one. This is transforming it into a different product. So we've kept the YouTube URL has to go in here. This information will populate. For the fitness one, I'm going to zoom in. This is just a drop down that I've added. So full body, arms, legs, butt, abs. So you can select that. What type of workout? So if it's cardio, yoga, stretching. This reviews is just a drop down. We covered drop downs, I think about 4 weeks ago, that you can go back and check out those videos so that we can rank these videos. I kind of like that feature. And just a notes section. I think I'll show you a couple more examples, and then maybe I'll show you how to just grab that template and play around with it. It's one of those things where we want you guys to learn to not be afraid to break it, because you can always grab the original again. And that's definitely what I was doing this morning, was like playing around with it, see what breaks. And then once I learn what breaks, I can move on from there. Baby's sleep music. This is one I put together because I know Andrea plays vacuum music for her baby. So
I'm not hearing the
can you? So I thought this is kind of fun. And again, you don't have to do these topics, but just taking these ideas. This is just a image that we've created and put up top. You know, you're changing the colors to change the appearance of it. This one, parents might want to rank like which ones are their favorites. This one's very different from what we typically design, but I started looking at like doing like an audio book club or something. And then I noticed there was a lot of horror ones. So I just made like this audio book club with these horror, and it's the same. You'll notice that I've changed the layout completely. That's another thing that we want to like teach you, that it's okay to move something into a different design. This one is
that one. That's like my favorite.
I know, it's really cool, isn't it?
The look of it, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. So it's like really made the thumbnails prominent, and then they can grab the link below. And in this one, I have some hidden information. I guess I'll go over that in a bit. You could have a more like professional looking book club if you have, and it doesn't have to be a book club. It could be, you know, if you're like a business coach and you just want to provide a lead magnet of like your favorite audiobooks to your audience. Like if you have like a strong following, yeah, they want to know what your favorite books are. So you could make that as a lead magnet. This one is you don't have to do other people's videos. You could do your own videos. So for example, if you're, again, I'll use the coach example, you could put together a playlist of your, top videos, or you could put together a playlist to prep your audience before they come into a coaching program, or, you could come up with all sorts of different playlists and use those as lead magnets. It's also going to generate, views for your videos, which is kind of cool too. And then, hopefully through that process, they're getting nurtured, they're getting to know your style. A start here page. We've talked about that a few weeks ago in the lives, to have links to your programs that you offer. And maybe even at the end of this, I would again add some links, or like where to go from here once they've like gone through some of this playlist here. You could have, top 10. This one was for us, like top 10 spreadsheet tips. We could put together something like that. The ideas are endless. So what you do, just go to ChatGPT. I think I asked it a few times here. So I just described that I have a YouTube playlist spreadsheet that will automatically extract YouTube title, thumbnail, etc. Our audience can flip this into many spreadsheets. The original one I used was to track analytics. I created another fitness one, a fitness playlist, and a favorite, a favorite book list. And then you just basically ask it for what are some other great ideas for my audience that would make a good lead magnet. And then it's going to go ahead and give you ideas. This one was more general. If you have a specific target audience in mind, you're going to want to let ChatGPT know so that it's very specific. But this one's very general. So educational course content, motivational morning playlist, I thought was kind of cool. Recipe collections, DIY craft projects. Beth Ann is one of our VIPs, and she has she's a pay teachers specialist, and so she could be putting together a playlist. I know she already has lots of different lead magnets that she offers. I don't know if she has a lot of free videos. I think she does. So she could put together a playlist for her audience as like a lead magnet. Travel inspiration playlist, home organization, self-care and wellness. You could do all sorts of different topics for this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to take a spreadsheet and break it.
Sky asked if it's only for YouTube or books, say from Amazon. So you can do this again, whatever way works for you. And this is what we want to make sure that we are, make sure that you understand that there is no correct way of doing things. There is no, we have one way, you can have another. And that's the beauty of the PLR. You take that, that template, and you can create anything. You don't even need to use the YouTube links, right? Because the one that I was showing is just specifically YouTube, because it's extracting the information from the YouTube. So there's a formula in those two, on those fields, there's a formula that will kind of like crawl the YouTube internet and then pull up that information and extract and put it into a spreadsheet automatically, right? But let's say you have some books recommendation from Amazon. You can put that together and you can link directly. You can use your affiliate links from Amazon, right? So that way, not only you have your lead magnet, you can have income also affiliate income coming from those spreadsheets. And it could be books, it could be your your beauty routine. Maybe you're a beauty influencer, right, on Instagram, and you have like thousands of followers, and then you're like, hey guys, you want my best tips on this? Then you link the videos, and maybe then underneath it you can even link your products that you use. Again, affiliate links for you, right? So there are multiple ways that you can take this. And again, it's from a YouTube analytics tracker spreadsheet that we have in there. But how do we go from there to like a beauty influencer on Instagram, promoting your affiliate links and making income from that? So again, there's I want you guys to look at the spreadsheets in the vault. I want you to like take the title off of it, forget the title, forget the headers in the spreadsheets. What does the spreadsheet do? What functionalities are in that spreadsheet? Right? And then what can you do with that? So let's say we have one for, what else do we have? We have I don't know, like the inventory one, right? There are some filters that pull the new inventory that, you know, fits into a chart. So just go through that, click the chart, see where it's populating the information from. Forget every header, forget every title. What can you do from that? If you enter specific information in there, what will show in your chart, right? So try to, like, instead of digital inventory, look at the beauty side, or look at the yoga side, or look from the fitness side. Like, what can you put on those fields that will populate into that chart, and become something that you want? So try to, like, yeah, just try to, like, be blank. Think of it as a blank template. Like, what can you do? What functionality that spreadsheet has that you can use and repurpose for your own, use?
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's go and break a sheet. So this is the original. I'm going to duplicate it. And I can't even remember how I started. I think I created like some blank columns over here to work with. Actually, let's do this easier first. To do like the fitness one that I did, it's literally like going through and seeing what I want, what I don't want. So like I wanted video title and duration, and I want like the thumbnail. So watch what happens. So I'm going to take this and delete these. And so see what happens here. Okay, so that's broken. So I'm going to undo what I just did. And when I go into the cell that had that reference error, I'm going to look in there. And so I see it's referencing I5, which is this video ID. So that tells me that this video ID is important. So I can't delete that one. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want, but leave, that I don't want, but leave this video ID. So I'm going to delete these. So nothing's broken still. I don't want channel name. So I'm going to delete that. Video ID, my audience doesn't need, so I'm going to hide that. And we don't need visibility either. And then we wanted a couple columns at the top I'm just going to format this. So we wanted like drop downs for the review. We wanted like a notes section. So I'm going to title this notes. This is going to be reviews. I'm going to put drop down in here. And it already has, I thought it had the star one automatically.
Isn't it the review? What does the review say?
Sorry?
Yeah, go back to the drop down.
Go back to the drop down?
Yeah. What does the review one say? Review status? Oh.
Yeah.
What? Oh, remember, go to preset. Go click on the preset drop downs. No.
We covered this last week. It's under something else, like not drop down. It is not smart chip.
Wasn't it the preset?
Else. Let me look over. Oops. I don't need my calendar. Let's see. I'm going to copy it over until I remember how. I remember last week us covering it and thinking like it's not under review or under drop downs, and it was kind of weird that it wasn't. Anyways, so we'll add the reviews in there. And then I would go, like she said, like I delete headings. I change up some of these things. I think I put like YouTube URL. Video titles, fine, duration, thumbnail, reviews, notes. Okay. I'm going to take away all the background color because right now there's a background. So I'm going to just reset that. What do we want to call this? Like a fitness playlist.
Okay, so it's at. Sorry, it's at.
Yep.
Just do at. That's it. Just scroll down. There we go.
Rating. There we go. Oh, so it's a component. Yeah, I remember us talking about it yesterday because it functions like a drop down. Interesting. Oops.
Anyway, now you guys know.
Yep. See how short my memory is. I've already forgotten. This here is just like it freezes the pane here. So I'm going to just drag that away. And you'll notice when I made the background white, our text disappeared. That's because the text was white. Or not. Nope, there we go. So I always like to reset my spreadsheet. I'll go back to like make it a white background. All the text I'll probably make. And I'll start playing around with the fonts and the colors. So and I'm going to just decrease the size of it and do the same with the header. Sorts of crazy headings. If you, and then I would, you know, decide whether or not I'm going to keep this title in here. If I do, I'm going to spreadsheet that like continues. We tend to keep it to the left side, but you can do whatever works for you. If you want like a heading, like if I go to here, this is actually a image. So you've probably seen us do this 100 times before. And do is grab a screenshot of that area. So I'll do this, and on my mouse, it tells me how big that space is. So screenshot the area, crop it, and then get the dimensions. So you would go into Canva now and create a board that you'll see this is what I had created earlier. Transparent background, although the audio book club one I kept white. Let me show you. So I kept that one white because I kind of wanted these details to stand out and I wanted it in black. So obviously if I did transparent, you wouldn't be able to see it because it would have blended in with the black background. Okay, so that's the really kind of easy way of we added some columns for information that we do want that our audience wants. And we've done some formatting. You can go ahead and format all the text in here as well so that it's not the same. Everything. If you're using PLR, I would go and make sure that it's making it something really different. So that's my base. If I want to anything, and I'll put in a background color. Highlight these cells and make them white. And so even doing something like this, I should have picked a darker color for you guys because you probably can't see that well. I'm going to pick something really drastic here. Change that to white. And there you can see like it really changes the whole look once you're adding color and different things. I might want to, if this is really dark in the background, I'd probably want to start changing this to white instead and maybe go even darker on the background, but you can make that bigger. You could add clip art like just in the corners if you wanted without doing Canva. You could just pop clip art kind of in the corners here if you wanted. Yeah. Okay, so that's the kind of easy switch. I'm going to copy this or duplicate it again and this different style. Where is it? And different again, like making the thumbnails really big. So we could the size of these columns here. it's going to make these stand out really, really big if that's the look that you're going for. Okay, next thing, I'm going to switch the colors on these. I'm going to take the background off. Again, I always just like, if I'm going to move stuff around, I kind of like a clean slate. I don't know if it helps like the creative process. You can give it a try, clean it up, and then, you know, let your creativity come to you. From here, so I'm going to change the layout of this. First, I'm going to unhide this video ID because we need this when we go to move things around. And then I'm going to give myself some space here. So to create the other layout, all I did was grab the information I need and drag it into place. And you're basically just watching to see if anything breaks as you do that. The formulas to see what's going on. And if you're not that savvy, I would pick a different pick a different layout, pick a different.
If yours is not dragging like her, sorry Mel, you cut off there. So if yours is not dragging, because sometimes I think the Windows doesn't drag, so you can just do. You're cutting off. We weren't able to see you do this stuff. So I was just saying that because you're on Mac, so on Mac you can just like select the cell and then drag it. On Windows, I don't think you can. At least when I had a Windows, I couldn't do that. But you do Control X. When you Control X, it doesn't change the formula, so it goes to wherever you want it to go. Don't do Control C, Control V, because that's gonna adjust the, you know, like if it's a B5, it's gonna adjust to like A5, for example. So if you do Control X, it will keep the B5, if that makes sense. No. My gosh, the internet's really bad today.
I don't know if you're frozen or if I'm frozen.
I think it's you.
Okay. Is it? Uh-oh. Do you want to take over? All I was going to do was show them like to hide these columns.
Oh, it's fine.
Is it fine?
No. Is it?
Duration I didn't think I wanted for this one, so I'm going to leave that one. And then, so this is how I created that last spreadsheet. I would take these borders away if that's something that you didn't want. This information was going to be hidden, but I think I added like a link. Yeah, I added this like link here. This is hyperlinking, so I'm going to show you how to add that on here. I'm going to put this formula here. So this is hyperlinking this link. So if you don't want that big ugly link there for your customers to click on, we're just going to change this to its B5. And this link text is just, that's what's going to display for your customer. So if I click that, now you have link. You could change it to like, you know, click here or something. Once you have, you could copy and paste this over here. And if you had a list of, grab the URL and paste it into here, and it's going to change all that information for you. And then I would go ahead and hide these cells and then go ahead and format this stuff. And if you want your thumbnail bigger, you can, you know, make changes there. And so this is the base for like the audio book one that I showed you. So this one here, that's just the base of it. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and add a background. We're going to delete all of this stuff. You're going to add your titles and more videos. The one thing we talked about was at the beginning of the video, we said sometimes the information will disappear, which kind of sucks. Just the way the formula is working by, you know, pulling from YouTube. And so if you're ever worried about that and you've, you know, created this and you're actually offering it to a customer, you can easily just copy. I'm going to do copy here and then do paste values only. And now when I look in the cell, it's not a formula. It's actually put in the title so that it doesn't change for your customer. So if I go over here and compare, it's got this formula in there. So that's a way to kind of like secure that information. And like Sky had asked, you don't need to be pulling from YouTube. Like if you're doing, like she had commented about Amazon, so you'd put your image in here, your text, and then your link. I would be careful about, offering or selling something that is entirely like affiliate links. I think people will catch on to that and might not be super keen. But I did see somebody that offers like weekly value to their audience, and it was a variety of different things. So like, here's my favorite book this week. Here's this really great takeaway from a podcast. What else did they have? Like, here's a good like quote or tip for your business. And then amongst this list of 5 things, maybe the fourth, something that was theirs. So it was like a product, it was their own YouTube video so that they could get views. And maybe it was, that's just an option to consider. Am I cutting out? Anyways, that's all I had to say. If I
No, that's a good idea. And just a quick point about the affiliate.
wanted to show you guys was how easy that is to come up with ideas and then transform it. I'm going to stop talking because I'm cutting out.
It's a little bumpy road today, but that was great. I mean, the only thing about the affiliates is that if you are using any sort of affiliate links into any of your products, even if it's your email or your spreadsheet or your Canva template, whatever it is, you have to do your affiliate disclaimer, and you have to let your audience know that this link will, I think there's a disclaimer, I forget what it says. This link is an affiliate link. If you make a purchase, I may get a small commission from that, and blah, blah, blah. Just put on ChatGPT and you will get the full disclaimer. But it's important to have that, just so if you lead them somewhere, that it is an affiliate link.
Yeah. And always check their, I said I wouldn't talk, but hopefully I don't cut out. Always check their, the terms of use, because some will say like, you can't put your affiliate links in like directly into an email, or like they'll specify where you can use those links. So just make sure you're using them appropriately.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Awesome. Do we have any questions for today? Internet stalling. Oh gosh. Okay, I think that was it for today. Let us know. Sorry I cut out, but let us know if you guys have any questions, or if you want to brainstorm ideas, just comment in the group and we can chat about it. And I hope you guys get lots of ideas from this today.
Yeah, and if you do make a change in any of spreadsheets that we have in the vault, please post it in the group so others can get inspired. I feel like this is a big part. I know you guys are using, because you message me saying, that everything is great and all the templates have been working. And, if you're a coach or if you have a program, you're using that in your programs, and we know that your audience, and we see them in the wild too. It's funny because they're like, oh, that this person, yes, she's using the spreadsheets, this is great. And we love seeing that. That's the whole purpose that we created the vault for you guys. But we do have some other members that are shy, or they don't know how to use the spreadsheets, or they just are very focused on they're very focused on the title, like I said, and they're very focused on the title and what that spreadsheet that we created is for, that they can't see past that. So they're always like, what can we use this for? What could we do? For example, I think it was the one that we created on the 12 days of giveaway that we did last year. It was what was it, a weight loss tracker or something like that. I forgot what they're called. But then somebody that had a writing membership took that, and instead of counting the weight loss, they were counting how many words they written, or so she transformed into like a completely new product. And that's the whole point of it. She took the idea, she took the base template, and she created something else. So she completely forgot about the title, completely forgot about what that spreadsheet was for that we created originally, and she transformed into a brand new product, and it was amazing. And she said it was like super successful for her too.
Amazing. Yeah, I think that's what makes it really successful, is coming in and completely transforming it. I think when I see spreadsheets, that is my first question always, is like, how can I make this completely different? And then I go from there. And if you
Yeah.
don't know, ask GPT. So
Yes, for sure. Yeah, and you can always upload your spreadsheet in there and be like, listen, I have this spreadsheet, there's this columns, there's this functions. What else can I do with it? This is my audience, right? This is the people I talk to. This is their pain points. How can I make this base template into something that will solve my audience's problem, right? That's what it's gonna make your product like more attractive, right? You're not just taking a base template and selling as is. That's very basic. You are taking that and creating your own product.
yep. Awesome.
Let's see. Sky say it might be wise to finish the whole spreadsheet first and keep the formulas. Duplicate once finished and then remove the formula so that the creator can recreate the spreadsheet style over and over. Oh my Mac's gonna die. Gotta find my charger. Sorry. Yes, you can do that. Yeah, but I'm gonna say, if you are offering to your audience, you don't want them changing formulas. You don't want them, you're going to offer the spreadsheet as an end off, like an end use, right? Is that how you say? You're gonna give them spreadsheet as easy as you can, so they don't have. Most people don't know how to use formulas, so they get spooked by formulas. Or is that
I wonder if she means like
for us?
like, even so, Sky taking a template and,
Let me get my charger real quick.
kind of redesigning it as a template for herself and then recreating it multiple times. I think maybe that's what she's getting at, which is a great idea. Like, that's what I was thinking with the horror audio books, is like, I would create a template. I'd take something from Spreadsheetables, and then I would, create a template for myself and then flip that into all sorts of different products once I have that layout and design that I like. I don't know if that's what she was meaning, but
Is that what you mean?
that is a good idea, as like somebody
Yeah.
that's wanting to flip a bunch of spreadsheets into multiple products. So.
Yeah, that's a good one. Love your templates. Thank you very much.
MVP.
How to create? What do you mean? Do you understand that? No.
Most valuable player?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Can you elaborate on your question for us, please? We're not sure what that means.
I'm just Googling what that is.
And if you don't have to show us an image or anything, but if you have take a spreadsheet from the vault and transformed into something else.
Oh, is that minimum viable product?
We went all the way to sports.
I did. I don't know. All my kids are in baseball and different sports.
Okay, so as I was saying, if you did transform some spreadsheet that you use from the vault, let us know what you've done with it and what your audience thought of it.
How to create a minimum viable product. We also did a live a while back on like super easy spreadsheets that you can put together. One of them was like a audit for people, but you could transform that into all sorts of different things. The one that we did today doesn't have to be, like we talked about, doesn't have to be with the formulas linking to YouTube. It can be you're just putting images, text, and a link in. It could be just like an image and like quotes or tips, or, it doesn't have to even link to anything. I think creating like a really pretty design with some like valuable little nuggets of information, like that would be a great minimum viable product for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, don't get too hung up on formulas and stuff. Like the formulas are great, but especially if you're doing like for a lead magnet, you don't want anything over complicated either to your audience, especially if it's a lead magnet, because they're gonna be like, this, like, my brain is mush and I can't do anything. You want them to have like a quick win. So like Mel said, the idea of somebody that sends those weekly emails, and they add their favorite book or their favorite quote, or here is the key takeaway from this video that I watched today, and just like create different one tab spreadsheet, no formulas, no nothing, but like make it pretty, make it a stand out, make the one that Mel did with the audiobook that doesn't even need formulas. And the spooky one, it really, like, it's attention catching, right? Even if there's zero formulas, there's value in there, right? If you're part of a book club, you just give that to your audience and they'll be like, whoa, this is amazing, thank you so much. They don't care about the formulas, they care about the what is in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's cool. I know a few writers that have an audience, and specifically to like horror and things. And now that I'm thinking about it, they're educating their audience on maybe the books that they did well and how did they do well, how did they pitch to publishing and things like that. So they could use that as like, here's this book, here's my tip for what got it published. Yeah, using that same template, same style into something totally different to help with their writing audience.
Yeah, that's a good one. You can do like also, having ideas. If you talk about the writers and stuff, if you do have like a writing club or whatever, or you have a membership, you could do like a spreadsheet that has like the main character, the antagonist, the plot twist, this and that, and then you put like different things, and then you use like a randomizing formula to create like a crazy story, for example, and then you share that in your group, right? It helps, maybe it will help with the blockage, right? The writing block. So some other ideas that you could do also.
That's cool.
And that could turn into randomizing your meals for your dinner. Maybe you have no idea what to do for dinner every night. So maybe you just put random ideas in there and then you randomize it, and then you have your
yeah, that's
your
awesome.
idea. Yeah, anyways.
That's cool. All right. Oh, when we mentioned share the templates in the group, just make sure you're sharing a screenshot. We're trying to do no links in especially in the passive income group, please. Awesome. Okay. We will see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.